Hello, friends, and welcome to another single-serving tabletop adventure from Queen's Court Games and Fabulous Ono. Tonight, we are continuing our playthrough of Lighthearted, a game of neon, magic, and emotion by Kurt and Kate Potts, all lovingly rendered in a really cool 3D virtual tabletop. Ooh. You can find out more information about Lighthearted by typing !scenario in chat or taking a look at the show notes if you're catching up on YouTube or listening via podcast. Now, this is a wonderful 80s coming-of-age movie, but even the campiest films can contain topics that certain viewers might find uncomfortable or objectionable. You can get a list of these topics by going ahead and typing !safety in chat or checking the show notes. The cast has already been briefed on all of these topics, and they have QCG safety tools at hand, but please make sure to keep yourself safe and take breaks if you need them. Now, all of that out of the way, let's meet our amazing cast for the evening. First up, tonight, again, in case you missed it last week, they were voted most likely to win the lottery but lose the ticket. It's QCG's social media maven, Laura. Hello. Voted most likely to be late for graduation, it's QCG's technical director, Aubrey. Hello. Our first guest of the evening was voted most likely to get away with anything. It's Logan.
Howdy.
And lastly, but certainly not leastly, they were voted most likely to create inventions that show up on infomercials. It's Fabulous Ono's community manager and our director for the evening. It's Kato.
Greetings and salutations, friends.
And you all know me. I'm V, but I'm not the one who's telling this tale. So Kato, take it away.
Bonjour, and welcome back to another thrilling edition of Lighthearted. I'm so excited to be back here with you. I honestly feel like I am in the room with you all. We spent a negligible amount of time just laughing at each other, ourselves, prior to starting recording, so as it should be. I am more than thrilled to be bringing back this wonderful... Everybody's... Is this the new hard style? Like, is this the new, like... We're all taking photos like this now? There was a running joke about a certain very famous DM and how I'm coming for his job. Suck it up, Mercer. Anyway. So, we are jumping back... What did you say, Logan?
Who is she, though?
Who is she? Who is she, though? It's my game now. We are jumping back into the beautiful world of Lighthearted. So grateful to Kurt and Kate Potts for developing this gorgeous TTRPG that was suggested to us by the wonderful Erin from Queen's Court Games. And this beautiful, beautiful game, as I'm going to say a million times, is all based on 80s coming-of-age films, without all of the bullshit that we would watch these 80s films and go, oh, great, my persona, who I am as a person, is not represented here, and I fucking hate watching this. We get to rewrite the narrative, which is super exciting. Our wonderful band of relative misfits have come together. And we're going to give a little quick recap as to what happened. We met our lovely characters. We have the rebel, the outcast, the jock, and the rising star here, who have all been invited. This, I think we're in second year of college. I don't know that we even landed on an exact timeline, but this unlikely quadrangle of people have banded together.
Rectangle. The word you're looking for is rectangle.
Is that? I just said quadrangle because college. Have come together circumstances that are a little bit curious as to how they all know each other. Perhaps they know some, each other from middle school, from childhood. Perhaps they had gotten into a little bit of a snag and someone came to their rescue. But as it lands, these four have found themselves invited to the party of the year. We are all finding ourselves here, oddly, at the Thaumaturgy Club party, which, if y'all are nerds and outcasts and, it's interesting that you all have come together as an unlikely group, This is the most unlikely group. They are on the far margins of the social spectrum. And they have invited you all and invited the whole school, the whole student body to this party at their clubhouse, which y'all didn't think much of the Thaumaturgy Club before, but now you're seeing their house, and it is pretty insane. As you had walked into the space, you saw a bearskin rug, this massive dining table with chairs, and they had hired a bartender in the back who's pouring drinks for everybody. There's a pool. Everybody's in the pool. There's a separate room with various upright arcade games, and you're all finding yourselves here, and you're also finding that your bonds are here, interestingly enough. Each of you has, at the top of character creation, you had set a bond, whether that be a lost lover, an unlikely best friend who was once your tutor, your idol that you put on a pedestal who is from your most favorite band. Everybody say it with me. My emotional sausage.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it's canon now.
Mm-hmm.
Or perhaps someone you deal in nefarious underground clandestine dealings with. Wink. Because you're a perfectionist, and that's just how it goes. You all find yourselves here, you all find your bonds here. And last we left off, each of you had interacted with your bonds in ways that were somewhat devastating. I'm going to start with each of you doing just like a couple 2-tree sentence recap of what happened when you interacted with your bond and where we left off. I'm going to start on my screen where I see people lined up with Devin, played by Aubrey.
So Devin met her kind of, sort of ex. Really hard to consider an ex if you're still actively hooking up. And essentially got the whole, well, you don't call, so I moved on to someone else, and that someone else is the drug dealer you are also sleeping with. So, conflicting feelings.
Yikes. Capital Y, yikes. So gay, so messy, indeed. Let's pop it over to Logan. What happened with Dante?
Dante, I guess, came to the party, and it was lame because everyone was lame, and then out of the room comes this angel, this beautiful goddess. Stacey Morgan was here, and she talked to Dante. Stacey Morgan, of course, being the lead singer of My Emotional Sausage. And she, devil horns. She came up and she's like, hey, you're at all our shows. That's really cool. We should talk later. And that's my dog. And now Dante is in an emotional state of, he met Jesus and Jesus wants to hang out. And I guess depending on your emotion, your religious trauma, that might be a great thing, that might be a bad thing. But for Dante, it's fantastic.
Brilliant. Yeah, she did seem to vibe with you a little bit there, Dante Katz. Oh God damn it, B. I'm sorry. Y'all, would you say his emotions were ground up like a sausage?
They were getting there. They're almost there. We'll see how things turn out.
Brilliant. Tutu, what's the haps with Maxine? What's going on in Max's world?
So Maxine walked into this a little skeptical. To be fair, the gents who are throwing this party are not what one would term as party people, ever at all. But you know what? If her buddy Angie is going, she's gonna have to go to make sure Angie doesn't get herself into trouble, considering what Angie's proclivities are. Those proclivities including, but not limited to, various illicit substances. Issue being, there was a bit of a trade-off that happened that Max witnessed, which is just adding to the weirdness of this whole party. talked to my bond Polly, who is also like marginally weirded out by this whole party, and Polly is like the smartest person that I know, so like that's like a second warning bell going off. So taking a circuit around the room, taking a circuit around the house, and then out to the pool, where it is discovered that what is essentially a fey creature has been brought into the party, and seems to be the reason for everything that is going on, which is just special. And
The riches,
not gonna
they're
have
plentiful.
any kind of consequences whatsoever for bringing that
Definitely
kind of
not
shit.
a problem.
No, not even. No, I'm sure it's fine. It's gonna be great. It's fine.
Yep. Fine. 10 out of 10. It's great. Angelica, played by our very own V, is having a little bit of a rough time. I feel like Devin and Angie here are not really enjoying themselves at this party, but hey, it's the party of the century. They're not going to leave anytime soon. What's happening with Angelica?
Yeah, I mean, Angelica hasn't been having too bad a time, you know. She's got lots of sparkles, maybe too many sparkles for some people, but like she has a good amount of sparkles for her. She had an unfortunate issue that started off with Devin, who now has a constant smile on her face for the foreseeable future. And Devin doesn't smile, so it's very off-putting. I actually am curious to know what her bond would have thought of that, but it didn't seem like there was ever time to really dive into that, because it was a heavy conversation. But for her part, Angelica just came to talk with Mr. Moss's boss, about acquiring some stuff that he had run out of, that she was looking to get before the party, but I mean, getting it at the party is fine too. Unfortunately, because it's Jeremy, he's a little less subtle than she would like, but it's all right. She saved it in the end, and hopefully, people noticing it's minimal. It's fine. It's fine. Jeremy's just kind of
fine.
Jeremy's Jeremy.
Oh, whatever.
Right? Yeah.
Correct. So yeah, to your point, the one who is actually devastated is more Devin. So if we're gonna say devastated, we're gonna say Devin stated.
Devastated.
Pick your guns out of brain. But here we are. We find ourselves at this party. Everybody has had this kind of interesting interaction across the board, whether that be joyful, meeting your idol, or sus, realizing that something odd is happening here. Each of you has had this interaction. Yes, as V pointed out, that both Angelica and Devin have these certain glamours put upon them. Angelica being covered in glitter, one would say almost too much glitter. It's almost as if Lollapalooza really just got to her, and she just, Achilles style, was dunked into a vat of glitter, shaken loose and set.
Can you ever have too much glitter, though?
Yes.
Having moved
Yes.
out of several apartments as a burlesque performer, yes. I may not get a damage
Second
deposit back this time around.
Okay, I guess the question is, can you ever have too much sparkle? Because technically it's just an illusion. It's not glitter in that it would physically get everywhere. It's just the sparkle. So
You know what? I
question.
kind of want to. I feel like, and jump in if I'm out of line on this. This is going to be the gesture all night because of our
Yeah.
joke earlier.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that once glitter or sparkle is released into the world, it acts just like when fire is released into this world. It will behave exactly how it's going to behave, as if it's real.
Okay.
So I don't know that you can really get rid of it in that way.
Canonically, I like this. Yep. Let's run it by Kurt. I think he'll dig it.
Sorry, Kurt.
Fire and glitter are the two.
Fire and glitter. Are
Yeah,
the two
they act the
actual
same way.
elements. This is flashing
feels
me back
right.
to a real. It feels right. It's very fitting, especially for this group. It's very fitting for. It reminds me that when my brother was a toddler, he took a whole thing of gold craft glitter and dumped it into my parents' dryer. And we think I'm the bad one. Anyway. At any rate, additionally, Devin had received a glamour, and Devin, who is not one to smile, kind of a punk rock prom queen over here, does not like to smile very much, received a glamour that is making her smile the whole night. Which, I actually did think about our last session at the end of it there, about how this whole interaction that she had talking to Tegan Clark, the love of her life, who just informed her that she was dating Jeremy Moss's boss. The whole time this conversation was happening, Devin was grinning like an idiot.
Yeah.
So the pain didn't show.
Exactly.
And,
no one could see the tears.
Exactly. But, Tegan did act a little bit weird to you in that moment. So it's all making sense. It's all lining up narratively. So at the end of the party, long enough intro aside, at the end, towards the end of our last session, each of you had visited and talked with your bonds. There were keg stands involved and drug deals and meeting your idol, smoking cigarettes inside and feeling very nervous about this whole party. You each heard an epic crash coming from the garage. And that's where we left off. What would you like to do?
I don't know how I feel about that exact thing you just did.
I will not continue doing that.
Okay, thank you.
I'm
from my
sprinting.
From my location on the map, I'm pretty close to the garage, correct? Like it's that area over there.
It is actually this area. Oh, hold on, let me ping. Popping over to Tabula Sono. Hold on, I gotta get up in here. There we go.
Okay, yeah.
It's actually this next room over. So
Okay.
if for those of you watching along at home, this is Tabula Sono. This is the house layout. I just pinged the map. All of our various players, if my players could go ahead and just ping where they are in space or move your minifig around so we can get a sense of where you are. Yay, make them twirl. Yeah, check it out. Each of the players has created their own minifig in Hero Forge, and we have uploaded them to the VTT of Tabula Sono. Yes, so what you are hearing is coming from this space over here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, very, very similar. I'm
Laura,
pretty
you are
sure...
getting the gist of running in this game.
Yes, exactly.
Sprint.
I'm pretty sure I would get there before you, just based on position and the fact that you have doors to go through and I don't.
Do you know who can
But,
get there the fastest, though? Me.
Nightcrawler.
Why? What's that?
That's right.
I have an ability called Right Place, Right Time. Whereas I can spend a heart to arrive anywhere, ignoring bounds of normal bounds of physics and continuity.
Well, this is no way
sort
to
of the
treat your
Disney
leading
Traveler.
player at all.
I would say Dante is probably like looking like, oh shit, there's something going on, but he also doesn't feel bothered enough to do anything about it. So unless someone like, it should be known that Dante does not respond to danger really well. I didn't take it, but there is like something part of the click that you choose that is like just about running at the best time possible for you.
Yeah.
Dante doesn't have that, but he's not really motivated. But when he sees both of his friends like run over there, he's just like, oh, fine.
Wait, didn't you have the prophecy that somebody was going to die at
Yeah.
this party? Why wouldn't
Yeah.
you be way more interested?
Because I didn't say who it was gonna be, did I?
But wouldn't you like to see if you're right?
I don't.
Yes.
Dante cares very little about being right in the end.
Ah.
Dante cares more about, well, at this moment, Stacey Morgan. So,
Sure.
and Stacey Morgan isn't
Yeah.
this direction. So, but he saw his friends, so he's just like, fuck, fine.
Yeah, I love the idea of you're all running here and I'm already there. Just sort of like walking out, just sort of like of a. I still hadn't decided, like, sort of like God, just the Nightcrawler thing of the cloud of smoke is just so good. Of just
what
like
what does it look like for you? What are you envisioning? You can absolutely pull that trope, but
Yeah,
is
I
there
mean, it's just
something that you see?
the cloud of smoke, and it's just I hear the noise. It is suddenly I just sort of step back and poof in the cloud of smoke, and then boom,
color
I'm
is the
right
smoke
there.
for Devin?
I think it sort of very much like considers of like whatever the emotional state. Currently, it is like an indigo smoke because Devin is not in a nice place, and and then I'm on the other side. Like everyone's coming through the one door of the garage. I'm on the other side.
Yes, absolutely.
So
yeah,
it's like,
you
how did
vamped out of the back
Mhm.
and into you knew exactly where the garage was. Right place, right time. Great feature of your character. Yeah, fabulous. As you peer into the garage, you see, although I don't have it represented in my minis here, although we have an expansive mini library, we don't have it in this one. You peer in and you see 3 cars kind of lined up. And actually, I'm going to represent those by drawing out some quick rectangles here. About like this. About like this.
Oh, am I
Oh.
the only one not seeing it?
Oh, you're
Not
not
seeing
seeing it quite yet because I haven't enabled it quite yet, but I will in just a hot sec.
Secret GM layers and all that in the VTT.
Secret GM, yeah, that's like one of the cool things about this VTT is I can show it incrementally. Although I drew it as a rectangle and I'm having to show it as individual lines. But each of these kind of represents a one of the vehicles in this 3-car garage, which like Thaumaturgy Club has 3 cars? What's happening?
Quick, what kind of cars? Because are we talking like
One is a so the time period for this game is 1987. And the what you're seeing in here is definitely a 1985 gold Cutlass. You're seeing also a red Jeep, and you're seeing a shockingly a very new looking Corvette. Kind of this plum colored Corvette.
Okay, that is surprising because I was gonna say if they were all like shitty expected cars, then sure, but
Who's got the fucking Corvette?
ca- who do you think?
Not you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say Jeremy Moss.
Oh
It's
no.
canon now. The Corvette's hers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Brilliant.
Figured the drug dealer.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, a
Grand
very
Theft Auto.
rich drug dealer makes the most sense to me. But you know what? It's canon now, and that's what we do.
Great.
As Devin, as you appear on the scene, you see standing before you several people, and they look sort of disheveled. They're wearing these kind of ripped denim, like crop top white shirts. They've got these like kind of like myriad chains, piercings, tattoos, spiked hair. One of them has like a really spiky white-ish hairstyle with like a slight mullet in the back, and they all look ravenous.
I'm just like, I appear, I see all of these people. I try to just be like, fade into the background so that they don't hope that they don't notice me. Like,
Ooh. Oh no! Oh god, where are my friends? I'm wondering. Let's take a look at what a sort of stealthy check would be in
Mhm.
regards to this. Oh, you're feeling indigo, right? We had an indigo indication based on the teleportation smoke.
Mhm.
Let's think about what. Let's see here. Maybe a motor trait to do some like stealthing blend into the walls. What do you think?
Yeah.
Let's get the first roll of the game out.
Yeah.
Let's get the first
and
roll of the game out.
I am, because I have School of Hard Knocks, I get, I think, a +2 to myself.
Hell yeah, you do. So roll your emotional and your trait die, and then add that plus 2.
Here it is. It's an 11.
11. That, I mean, in this game, that's actually pretty high. So yeah, you manage to you appear and you see these figures popping up before you, and you're like, something is very wrong. And you manage to kind of tuck into the corner back, like there's some shelving there, and you kind of hide and like roll back in, and they don't manage to see you as you have teleported into the room, but they are there and they are furious. What would we like to do?
On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, as Maxine catches up with Angie and Dante, she just goes like skidding in on her little
Heelys?
shiny new Converse, like full on. Just...
Oh, you muted yourself. Come back.
Skidding in over the what is it, the treated concrete that's in those kind of old school garages.
Absolutely.
Very
yeah, and
Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it is incredibly Breakfast Club, but it's also incredibly terrifying as you veer into this room and you see these people standing before you, and like they don't just look like regular people. They look mutated. They look sort of you're noticing that their brows are really exaggerated. They've got these kind of yellowish eyes. It is pretty frightening to stumble into this room and see these people standing before you.
What the fuck?
Exactly. And they go, delicious.
Excuse you?
We're gonna go ahead and I guess roll an initiative order of some kind. Let's figure it out together. This game doesn't necessarily indicate an initiative order, but we're gonna do it.
Okay. Well,
So
if
help me.
motor is equivalent to something like a dexterity score, that would be the basis, I imagine.
Yep. And I would say let's go ahead and have so this is interesting because there is no necessarily initiative order in this process. So I would say that we could let's see if we could possibly okay. Because I'm technically not supposed to roll dice in, which is exciting.
Oh.
But yeah, so that is a feature of Lighthearted, is that the director doesn't actually do any dice rolling. So I just
we just get punished for our bad rolls.
No, I just framed the shots and you get rewarded for the good rolls too. So I'm gonna have my PCs just roll. Let's have your motor to see if you're able to get the first shot in there. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and start with Max on this one. Devin is hiding, so presumably Devin is not taking any action quite yet, but Max has rolled into the fray. So I'm actually gonna have Max and Angelica roll your motor and your emotion that you're feeling at this time. It looks like Max has got orange, heightened, attentive emotion. Angelica's living in that blue dabba dee dabba die world.
Yeah, well, let me see. So, yes, because, I mean, confusion, right? Like, what's happening? And then it kind of shifts to scared, which is also blue. So, yeah, I think blue is the right one.
Blue's the right one? Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So, as a recap, your emotion, you roll a d8, and then whatever die coincides with your trait. So for my motor skill, for Max, that's another d8, so I'm rolling 2 d8s.
Correct. I would also say for you, Max, that you would roll it at a +2 because of your blessing from war, the war god.
Ooh, so that's a 12.
A 12. Wow.
Wow.
Excellent. Where is Angelica landing on this?
I ended up with a 10. I rolled a 6 and a 4.
Excellent. I think
Yeah.
with them appearing into this room, causing this kerfuffle, as we're going to call it, I would say that then it would go, Max, you make that first strike. Angelica's going to make that second strike. And then we're going to see what happens from here.
Cool. Okay. So this is the garage. I'm gonna assume that this is also sort of potentially used for like storage and the like.
Correct. Yes. There's a bunch of storage that Devin is actually hiding amongst the shelves. You know, there's like those metal shelves with all the various things.
Well then I'm gonna take a bit of a liberty and do the thing that I wanted to do since I built this character. I'm gonna turn and grab one of the extra folding chairs that is leaning up against the wall, and I'm going to whip it at this guy's legs.
O'Connell.
I'm gonna O'Connell him.
Yep, O'Connell him. Sorry, ping him again on the sono board.
This
Double
this guy.
click. Yeah. Go for it.
Can we call that orange with the body trait?
Hell
Because
yes, we can.
Strong.
Because big strong guy.
Strong. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So that's a 9 on the dice. What do I add to that? I think I've got something here. Hold on.
I think you have a feature. Check under your blessings from war or whatever your gifts from war are.
Warriors are up for any challenge and are never considered outnumbered and are able to use anything as a weapon, even magic.
Hell yeah.
Hence, chair to the kneecaps.
Hence, chair to the kneecaps. I would say I'm going to go ahead and add. It makes the most sense to me, and we can, Kurt can tweet us later. It makes the most sense to me that you get a +2 for that one.
So that's an 11 total.
11 total, yes. As you whip this chair, is it? Did you unfold it first, or did you leave it flat? Is my question.
I think as I pick it up, like the momentum of me picking it up is enough to like drop the fold out of it. So I just huck it.
And you huck it, and you catch this guy right in the knees, and it just like doubles him over. And he is going to take the condition of the broken kneecaps. Let's call it that.
Yeah.
A hell of a condition.
I'm picturing like the chair hits and it just fucking like slams his legs out from under him and he just goes face first onto the concrete.
It absolutely does, and he just and you see as he goes down, you're very adept, you're very keen, you have that keen awareness, and as you just see these like sharp front gnarled teeth as he goes forward and he smacks his face right on the ground, and you just hear him go, oh, excellent. Let's pop it over to what's happening with Angie over here.
Yes. So looking around, Max is keeping that one guy. Well, she is incapacitated, the one guy. But the problem is there are some cars in front of me and the other people on the other side of the garage. But there are two guys to my right. So I'm gonna try something new, which is great because every time I try something new, I get a +2 because I'm a triple threat. So this is gonna be great. So I'm going to quickly reach into my bag, and I'm going to like open up my compact so that my little magical familiar shows up behind me. Not
What
for
does your
any
compact look like? For flavor, what does your compact look like?
It's hot pink and gold. It has it's gold trim. It has like a really ornate gold, like scripty sort of detail on the inside. Almost looks like you'd imagine like an old pocket watch. And then like when you just open it, it's actually not like, most people have like makeup or anything. There is a little mirror in there, but it's literally just to house my little familiar, because we don't like people knowing who we are, and that's kind of the giveaway for mages, is our familiar.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Absolutely. I think that's brilliant. And you're going after who? You putting it on the board for me?
yes. So I am gonna go after this guy. So
Nice.
what I would like to do is to flip open my compact behind me, so I kind of get this light that shows up behind me and reflects off of all of the sparkles that I have. I don't know if the magic interacts this way, but since it's like fire, I assume maybe it will. Canonically now, it's like fire. Long enough to distract or like disorient the guy closest to me, which is this one here.
Mhm.
And I, being a dancer, I'm used to being lifted, because obviously, but I've never lifted somebody myself because, you know, usually it's reserved
You're
for...
the flyer. I get it.
Exactly. So I'm gonna try and lift this one dude, and I would like to try and throw him into the other dude, and take out 2 for 1.
Okay, let's see. Let's talk about what this scene might look like. What do you think? So your emotional state being blue, you're engaging your familiar,
Mhm.
which gives you. Does engaging your familiar give you a bonus? for
It
your
doesn't.
character sheet?
No, it's kind of just
Okay.
a little sparkly flavor.
Great, love a
Yeah.
love a sparkle flavor.
Mhm,
Hashtag
mhm,
sparkle flavor. But
mhm.
you do have this feature of triple threat, so it does give you this +2 bonus to your roll. So you're in a blue state of magic. Are you going to want to try and do? My guess is this would be a bod check.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
That's kind of what
Let's,
I was hoping for was a bod check.
Sure. Let's go ahead and have you roll blue and bod with that +2 advantage.
Cool. Do. Get all the dice. All the dice and add the D6. That is an 8
An 8 plus
Yeah.
with your +2 as well.
with the +2. Yeah.
As you kind of run at this guy, you kind of flashed your compact. There's been this like shock of bright blue light. You see like both Devin and Max kind of like have a moment covering their eyes. It reflects off of the glitter on your skin. You go to like scoop this guy like under the ribs because you're a trained dancer, so you know it's up and under the ribs. That's the safest way. And as you do that, he wraps his arms over top of you. So instead of being able to throw him at the other guy just behind him, you manage to just slam him into the wall. And he's considered now, I would say he's considered winded. This guy is considered winded in a condition status.
All right. Not quite as cool as I was hoping, but you know what? I'll take it.
As we pan, you know, we're catching you looking and making all of these different assessments as it, and you hit him into the wall, and you just like you hear from behind you, like you just like you can kind of hear Max shuffle around just to see what happened, because like she's always got your back, but like she's a little impressed. Maybe I don't know. I'm not gonna foist a feeling on you.
Proud.
But...
Honestly, I'm a little proud.
Yeah. There you go.
We just like we were the ones who invented the high five, right, from across the room. Just like, yeah.
That's my girl.
Let's pop it over to Devin, who's been hiding, pretending to be a kayak this whole time. As she said in the chat.
Yep. I want to reach over and find the first thing that looks like a weapon. Baseball bat, cricket bat, lacrosse stick.
It is a kayak paddle.
Yeah, then I'm gonna grab that and I'm just gonna go at this person from behind.
Awesome. I'm thinking, yeah, you're still in this kind of indigo state of mind, so you'll be rolling indigo, and you're gonna go ahead and roll your. I would say bod. I would say bod for this one, unless you want to make a pitch for motor. But you let me know what you're
Bod
thinking.
seems good. I want to like put some
Yada, yada, yada.
behind it.
Did you? I'm watching you too. Just go.
So it's gonna be a 9.
A 9. As you grab the kayak paddle, and we just see you like this kind of like push-in shot of you like you rear back and you go with 2 hands and just hit this person right across the face, and it just like connects, slow motion, saliva, maybe some blood, a little bit of a tooth. You've definitely rung his bell, but I would say with a 9, you don't effectively lay him out. He's still up, but you definitely blocked him. I'm going to put condition blocked. Excellent. Anything else, Devin, that is coming to mind?
Other than that, take a defensive posture with the kayak paddle, just in case he comes at me.
Brilliant. Logan, what's Dante doing?
Dante is taking a moment to assess the situation. And having seen a chair being thrown and a whole person being thrown, he just kind of goes, oh, shit, it's one of these parties. I knew someone was going to die. I knew it.
And of course you guys are involved.
Yeah, of course it's going to be us. Of course. I bet if it was us, I wouldn't have seen this happening. And I guess he'll move in to get a better look of things.
Mm-hmm.
And
there he is.
I guess I see this guy over here has not been touched. Well, he's just kind of standing there, right? He wasn't hit by anything?
He was not hit by anything yet. Yeah, Angie's plan did not quite go accordingly, so.
Okay.
All right, so what would you like to do to this guy?
Okay, so looking at all this, I'm going to use Indigo Magic. Mostly because I have this strength feature of Indigo Monday. So even though I'm not in the Indigo color spectrum right now, I get to raise up that magic die to a D6. So since Indigo Magic is all about like enchantment and charming and shit, I'm going to yell out to the, like, I mean, it's to everyone in the room, but I'm staring at this guy. And I'm just like, why are you so lame? And I'm trying to kind of just rebuff him, maybe get him to stop being such a dumbass. So since it's magic, I use my mental stat, and normally this would be a D4, but again, Indigo Monday gives me that D6, so I'm running 2 D6 for this. See how this goes.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes.
Not bad. I got a 4 and a 6, so that totals 10.
Yeah. And you're shouting at the whole room trying to debuff them?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can hit everyone at once. Like, if it's anything, it's going to be this guy that's going to get it.
Sure. I would say with a 10 on that roll that you actually get both this guy and this guy. With I'm gonna give it the condition feeling lame. I'm putting that right in my game. I'm doing it for my own benefit. And as the guy that Angie had pinned up against the wall hears this, he just kind of slumps to the ground, starts thinking about his life. He's been taken out of the combat situation.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, you did inflict conditions upon 2 of these entities. See if I can. Oh. There we go. Yeah, he's just propped up against the wall there. We'll just angle him right there. So.
And I suppose.
Excellent.
I suppose you're supposed to like describe how the magic looks like color-wise.
Yeah,
so,
tell me how
like,
it looks.
So I imagine there's like a light bulb swinging in here. Is what I'm seeing. And like when I said it, like the room, I pulled the indigo light from the bulb, so it just became very orange in here because I'm pulling away that one color. But like from my voice, like from my mouth, like almost like this comic booky wave form came out into their ears.
Yes. It's kind of like
that indigo color. Yeah.
Yep.
Almost like, I guess,
and
banshee feeling, you know?
Yes. And it, like this wave hits their ears, and you just see it like slurp up into their ears. And they feel so lame, and one of them has been fully taken out on this. This guy over here, after that happens, let me see if I can get over here and hang him on the board. This guy looks really mad. He is big mad, and he has the blondest of blonde mullets. And we're gonna pop it over to Maxine, having whipped a chair and broken some kneecaps. Oh yeah, this guy needs to be rotated here.
Face down on the floor.
Yep, correct. Hold on, let's see if we can get him to. There we go. He like hit the car on the way down. Yeah, he's still like trying to like pull himself up. Max, what's happening?
No, he's not.
What's the haps?
He's not pulling himself off the shit. I'm going to march over and kick him onto his back and just put my foot on his chest.
Go for it.
And then as I'm doing that, I would like to take the chair that was whipped, and I've got it like up in a defensive, and I'm looking at this weird, angry, blonde, mullety bastard with his protruding, weird ass face. Like, hey, chuckle fuck. No.
He looks at you and he kind of along his teeth and he goes, yeah.
What, you want to fucking dance, Screwboy? Come on.
I sure do. And he is going to, as you see him, and he says this to you, he hovers into the air and he shoots across the room towards you.
Oh shit.
Correct.
You
What do I get
done
for talking?
finding out now, bitch.
Well,
Let me
Prophecy
have you,
count if they're
because
already dead.
He shoots over to you, and as he does, you just see him barreling down on you, hand extended, going for your throat. Because I, as the director in this game, don't roll, we're gonna have you make a defensive roll. I'm gonna say probably a motor check, unless you wanted to use something else.
I want to smack him with the chair is what I want to do, like
Nice.
swatting a fucking fly out of the air.
Yes, absolutely. Do
DM
you wanted to
or-
go ahead and do that as body or motor? Fodder or more career?
Butter or mortar? Well, director, would it be appropriate for me to say that this chuckle fuckery would be enough to pop me over into red?
Yeah, absolutely. And I
'cause I'm annoyed. I'm not gonna lie.
absolutely. Yeah, you're totally annoyed. You could change your color. There you go. There you go.
So, I see this asshole come flying at me, and he's hissing and spitting, and it's fucking weird. So, in a panic, I'm going to squawk and try and bean him across the face with the chair. I will call it motor because I've been
Sure.
startled. So, that's gonna be.
Yeah, I think a
2D
defensive response that makes sense.
Yeah. We'll call it 2d8s. That's only a 9.
A 9 on 2d8. Okay, so we're doing the average on that is. That's above average, I would say.
Okay.
I would say
Okay.
that as he extends his hand forward and he kind of at you, you clip his arm and it smacks it out of the way, but he still lands right next to you and he's like up in your shit right now.
Oh shit.
Also, what song is playing right now?
What is on my Spotify? Funnily enough, I discovered in the even the source book that we've got that Mr. Kurt Potts has crafted lovely playlists directed around
Two of them,
Lighthearted.
which I have not stopped listening to. They're so good.
So right now, I've got the Lighthearted Das Bunker, the goth playlist to be endured
Brilliant.
with the Lighthearted role-playing. And the track that kicks in for this would be Blue Monday by New Order.
There we go. Well, we have Indigo Monday, Blue Monday. We're all pulling it all together. Love it. Perfect. No more of this. This is only strong style from now on, or hard style. Excellent. As it just, you smack his arm out of the way, and what would have sounded like a break in an arm, you just see him go, and he's right up, and you just see his snarling fangs. You can feel his hot breath on your face, and you just see this like these sharp pointed teeth, this snarling face as he looks at you like cutting over to Anne.
Do we, director,
Yeah.
have we seen this before?
Ooh.
Is this something we would have encountered or read about? Or
I would say use your emotional state with the red, and let me have you roll a either a mental or a psych check. Mental would make the most sense to me, but if you feel like doing a psych, I'm okay with that.
they're both the same for me, so it doesn't fucking matter. I ain't super bright.
smart.
No, I'm not. Definitely not. That's a 5.
A 5. Is very scary, and you're very intimidated at this moment. So you can't remember where you may have seen this before. But you
What the
certainly
actual
read about
fuck?
them. Correct. Angelica, what is happening?
Quick question, like above table,
Answer.
would that change her emotion?
I think that given her ferocity and given the close proximity of the villain, I'm going to say no. I don't think it would
Okay.
change her emotional state. I think there's
Cool.
a little bit of fear, but I don't think it's enough to tip her into a new emotional state.
Cool.
But unless you know,
I'm gonna posit to the group, and if anyone feels like disagreeing, that is fine, and I will change it. Maxine is the type whose startle response is punch. So,
Sure. That makes sense to
Sure.
me. Yeah.
I think
Yep.
I
Makes
think it
sense
would
to
keep
me
her
too.
firmly in the red. Just
Yeah. No, totally. I was just curious because I'm new to the game and I was wondering about mechanics.
We just can't
Hey,
go
that's
to
a
like
great
those like Halloween haunts with you because you punched the performer.
Yeah.
I last time there definitely like there was like the poor guy like managed to duck in time, but I definitely put my fist through a drywall.
IRL. Oh,
No, Maxine definitely put her.
oh,
fist.
Maxine. I was like,
Yeah, I definitely.
You do?
Yeah, no, I definitely
Definitely.
put my fist through a drywall.
Yeah.
Last time Angie tried to take me to a haunted
Yeah.
house.
And you were asked not to come back, at
Yeah.
least for a season. You were
Yeah.
banned for a season.
Yeah.
Angelica, what's happening?
Yes. So I know that these are a bunch of nerds and stuff. Are there tools on the wall at all for the Thaumaturgy Club in this garage?
Yeah. Actually, you're a little bit surprised at how like robust this garage is. There's a like pegboard that has all of the various different tools hanging from it, screwdrivers, hammers, things like that.
Awesome. I would like to grab the closest hammer, I guess.
Sure. They're right
And
over here. Oh, hold on, trying to ping. There you go. Could you see that ping?
yes, I
They're on
can see
wall
that
there.
thing.
They're
All
your
right,
closest
awesome.
to.
So I'm gonna run over and I want to grab one, and then
What you gonna grab?
I'm gonna
Hammer?
grab a hammer. I'm gonna grab a hammer. And I would like to chuck it at the guy who's green, right in front of Maxine, because the way that it's currently set up is that I've got I know they're close, but I still have a sight line on him, and as long as I
Sure.
don't fail, I shouldn't bring Maxine with a hammer.
Sure, exactly. I will say that middle car is a Jeep. It's a ragtop Jeep. That first car is a Corvette, so you've got good purchase over top. But you could Maxine is not the most tall. Her
Okay.
Laura's status talking a lot of shit for being 5'7".
Okay, then do I have enough time to grab a hammer, scramble on top of the hood of the Corvette, and then chuck the hammer over top of the Jeep?
You certainly do, but you have this guy to contend with if you're going to try and make that motor attempt. I would say a scramble check like that is going to be you're moving quickly because he's going to try and grab you.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I can do that. I think, yeah, at this point, I'm kind of wondering, because at this point I'm not like confused, scared, whatever. I think I'm kind of in the same boat with Maxine and Dante, especially because that one dude just flew at my friend and I'm kind of angry about it. So I think I need to change.
Yeah, I would need to say red, orange. What is the table thing? Probably pretty fast, right?
You know what? red does make sense, but orange is also aggression.
Yeah.
Correct.
Also gives you
Orange.
access to telepathy, or not telepathy, telekinesis.
Yeah, but magic and combat, I'm not trained for it. You're the only one who's trained for like combat magic. So like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to
come
like.
take the class with me, and I swear.
Oh my god, I have so many side gigs. I'm just really busy. Don't worry about it. I'll
She's
take
just
it next
very
semester. No, I think we could make a case for orange for sure. Because especially
I
with
like it narratively.
Mm-hmm. Also, like with the anticipation thing, right? The whole like I know that there's this guy here, but I want to try and get this guy before he fucks up my friend because he seems
Correct.
like a bigger deal. Because I haven't seen the other ones fly yet. I saw that one do that, so I would like him to not do that anymore. I need to make a motor check to scramble away from the dude in the corner.
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
motor, unless anybody else has any other opinions as to whether it would be bod versus motor. Personally, I think motor makes the most sense because she's moving quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am fine with
I
that.
agree.
I'm trying to give me one moment. I need to change my color. There we go. All right. Cool. Motor
I mean, just accidentally moving walls.
happens.
Sorry.
D4 and D8. Here we go. Fingers crossed. Ooh, okay, that's a 9.
A 9?
A
I'm a 4 and
9.
A 9.
Mm-hmm. A 9. Yeah.
As you scramble on top, despite the fact that this Corvette is very slippery, you just find purchase with your hands. You swing your legs over and you land. Your character shoes being well seasoned, definitely scored on the bottom, and you're smart enough to put those non-slip pads on it. You stand on top of the Corvette as this guy had reached out and tried to grab you across. We see this like the cut of this is like the movie shot is his hand going for your ankle slips out of view. We see both of your feet on the hood of the car, and then you pan up and we see you standing on top of the car with this epic hammer. You're smart enough, you've done enough technical theater because you paid your dues in high school. Believe me, you know the difference between a claw hammer, a ball peen hammer, and what you hold in your hand, which is a massive sledgehammer. Go ahead and huck it at that guy.
Hell yeah. Abso-freaking-lutely. Do. Get that roll. Make sure I got the right one. So many dice. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good.
The anticipation.
It's making me rhyme.
That is a 10. That's pretty good.
10. That is pretty great. As you just kind of gauge how you're standing atop and you can see the top of Maxine's head in contention with this guy as you whip this sledgehammer about, pretty decently long, not a full-on like massive rubber mallet kind of sledgehammer, but it's pretty significantly big. It's hefty, and you whip it across, and we just see like the camera cuts, and it just clips him on the side of the head, and he goes, and he peels back to Max, and you just see this gaping wound and these like bits of skull across his face there as he stares back at you, and you see like his eyes immediately gone kind of bloodshot, and he looks back at you and he peels back and looks slowly at Angelica standing atop the car. We're gonna cut it over to Devin. Where you at in space, baby?
I just hit this guy over the jaw with the kayak paddle, and you know what? I am going to attempt to sweep it in a way to like take him off his feet, take him,
Sweep the leg! Sweep the leg!
And then if that works successfully, I want to go and try and back up Maxine.
Nice. Go ahead and give me. I would say strength because you're trying to take someone's legs out from under them. And what's your emotional status at this point? You were indigo, but how are you feeling?
Maybe it's like it is just like, come on, like this night can't get any worse.
Yeah, she's having a rough one.
It's probably like orange at this point.
What does the table think? Orange, good emotional state. Does that make sense? Oh, Tutu's got some thoughts.
Yeah, I could see orange.
Orange moving into red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
General consensus. Let's go ahead. And you can feel free to change your minifig color at any time. I'm also going to change your minifig color. I'm going to have you, go ahead and put your minifig on top of that car for me, would you? Oh, you got it.
Already done. It's already done.
You done it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Got done.
I was picturing the hood being here because of course you would have backed into the parking spot. It is your fault.
Oh, sure.
But I mean, you do you.
Well, that's a 7.
We're also not fully lined up square size, which is like a very funny thing. My boss Jim absolutely hates the fact that I never line up my minifigs within the grids. It is like a point of contention in our games, but this game doesn't have like a unit of measure for distance when you like have your running speed or whatever. So I don't care. Excellent. Okay, Devin.
I got a 7.
Tell me the tea. You got a 7. So what dice set did you roll?
I did my bod and then
Which is
orange. A D6.
A D6 and a D6, 2 D6s?
Yes.
Okay. So that would put you at... And you rolled an 8?
7.
A 7. I would say that you've clocked this guy. So you hit him in the face, and then you whip around and you catch him, and you try to knock both feet out from under him. You don't quite get it, but you knock one of them out from under him, and he goes to a knee, and it's enough time for you to race over to Maxine to provide some assistance. I'm adding conditions to my creatures, so I know what's happening. One of them, condition, feeling lame. Very funny. Devin, as you approach, you see the like bloodied side of this creature's face, and it like as you approach, you just see one eye like look over at you. Anything else you'd like to try and do? There's no real like action permission or turn order. We've got a little bit of a turn order going here, but if you want to make a case for doing something else in addition to having like knocked this guy onto one knee.
I want to just, kind of like back up Maxine, like I'm here, like, and maybe I do a recall knowledge check. Like, have I encountered this before? Is this, did I accidentally piss off somebody and are they coming after me? I don't know.
I'm going to say, let's do a mental check plus your emotional status. So orange plus mental.
And that's
but you also have the journalism. Do you have the journalism feature?
I do, where I can spend I spend a clue to get into a place I wouldn't normally have access to. But I have.
Do you have some other informational gathering feature, or is that the only one? I thought that you had another one.
I got it can be really sneaky. Right place, right time.
I was just trying to think if there were any other buffs that we could have tossed on this, but I
don't think so.
We don't have any clues yet, so. But maybe there will be clues later on.
Maybe.
Excellent.
And
go ahead and roll everything.
Yeah. And that is we're doing mental. Plus,
yes, mental.
Yeah. And for the one that I'm currently on, what do I roll a the
orange plus mental.
Orange plus mental.
Yeah, I would say unless there are other pitches for, I think that's where I get a little hazy. That's where I get a little hazy on the rolls. Is you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't know anything with a 4.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just
you rolled
like,
a 4?
These things don't look great. They're not great. They're bad.
Yep.
I know about that much.
It's the moment of oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and you're seeing like someone with like half of their face missing at this point. Yeah. It's very scary. Okay, let's head it over to Dante, who had sauntered in and called everybody so lame.
Yeah, and now I'm seeing people with their faces being like thrown off. Angelica just threw a hammer at someone's face.
Correct. It was pretty cool.
Instead of just going down, he's like and got like weird shit going on. I don't know what Dante would do. I mean, I have feelings. Maybe okay, actually, can I shift my emotional state from red to violet, because that like has to do with disgusted, and I just saw someone's face just like, you know,
I would agree with that. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. How does everybody feel about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense to me.
Then I'm gonna change my color, because that's what you can do.
Isn't that fun? It's also really fun that you can do this in Sono and just change the color of your character at any given time, and then we know exactly what emotional state we're in the whole time. I'm very excited.
It's super neat, yeah.
It just so happened to work out perfectly.
And
okay.
Because I'm violet now, I guess I'm just gonna keep doing magic. I'm the magic guy of this
you are.
Team,
You are the mage of the group. Yep.
I guess. I oddly enough. So violet is like associated with cold and curses. I think
Correct.
I'm probably gonna do like cursing more than cold. Just, you know, elementals are so not my vibe. So like instead I want to curse the guy that's making me feel gross right now. And is there a contention?
You don't have the combat magic thing, right?
Oh.
And you're not a warrior.
Nope.
Oh no.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Fine. I won't do any of that. I'll still keep the violet because I'm grossed out by this guy.
Yeah.
Can I just be a little bit less coordinated? Find like a wrench and throw it at his head?
Absolutely. Yeah. You saw what happened with Angie over here. The tools wall is over this. Oh, that's pinging that guy, but it's that wall there, that northerly wall. The guy that is tipped to your character's right is considered incapacitated, taken out of the game at this point. So actually, in point of fact, for ease of viewership, I'm gonna take him off of the playing field. So we're gonna go ahead and remove him. There we go. Yeah, so you grab a wrench. You can feel free. Are you going to run over and try and hit this guy? Are you going to try? What angle? Where are you going to try and get him from behind? What are you thinking?
Well, it's the same.
It's a big wrench. It's like this.
I want to throw it at the same guy.
Do you want to throw it, or are you going to hit him?
Oh, like grab it and then try to run at him?
Sure. You can totally do that.
Do this?
Yeah, you could. Maxine is in the way there on that side of the car, but if you wanted to try and make your way over on the front end of the car, here.
Do a hood slide. Do a hood slide.
That would be sick too. Okay.
Yes,
but it's like a Jeep. That's gonna be hard to hood slide.
You're tall enough. You can do it.
Well, hold on. Wait. Can I assist?
What are you thinking?
So I'm thinking, okay, all right. So I tried it once. You know what? I had a pretty fun time lifting people, right? So if Dante comes, jumps, I catch him and kind of yeet him over to the Jeep so he can slide across it. And then
the 1, 2, 3, go her.
Yeah.
a Jeep yeet? Yes. The Nissan Jeep yeet.
It's great. It's very popular in the 80s.
Is that what it? Yeah, exactly. Especially in this world. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's talk through an assist roll. I think you both rolled together. If I'm not remembering incorrectly, I might be remembering incorrectly. I'm looking up the help feature. Helping. See, working together. Do. So if you're following along at home, it's on page 30 of the Lighthearted PDF. If we need to cut this part out, we totally can. Just speaking as if we're not. Okay, so working together. When a player wants to help, ask how they are helping. Haha, we know the GP. That's really hard to say. If it sounds possible to the director and the active character accepts their help, what do we say, Dante? Are we accepting help?
Absolutely. I'll always take
Great.
help from my friends.
Oh, wholesome content. So the helping player rolls a single trait or emotion die along with the active player's roll. The active player keeps the best of the 3 dice, but both players suffer any consequences from the roll.
Okay. I can do that.
So yeah, you get 3, but we're just gonna take the max on it, so it's not a combo of both.
Okay.
So, in this case, there's got to be like some coordination on my part, right?
So probably motor, maybe bod. I could take a pitch for bod. Whichever one feels better to you. I don't know if either of them feels better.
Let's see.
And then V, are you doing an emotion or a trait?
I mean, because I'm doing a physical thing, it feels like I have to do a physical trait, right? Like as opposed
Correct.
to an emotion. Okay.
Correct.
Great. Because I preemptively rolled up my bod because it's a strength thing because I'm trying to use force, and I rolled a 5 on my d6. So
Okay.
It's much better than my 1 or my 2.
oh boy.
There we go. Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna take that 5 on the d6 there. As you grab the wrench, you look at Angie, and we see this like cut shot of like Angie's face, your face, Angie's face, your face. Nod, and you, whoop, and you don't quite clear the Jeep. You land on the hood, and you like, but you are close enough to this guy that at the length of the wrench, if you rear back and clock him, you can make contact. So go ahead. I would say bod. I would say a bod roll unless someone else says motor roll. We're thinking kind of in the way of traits. And you're living in this Violet world because he's grossing you out so much. It's like kill it.
Gotcha. I have so many dice right here. Okay, let's see how this
I love
goes.
it.
Just so everyone knows, Dante is not physically fit. He has a D4 for his bod. So, yeah.
Hey.
What? Okay. Apparently, good times happen. My D4 was a 4, and then my D8 was an 8. So, I don't think crits exist in this game, but I'm gonna take it.
I think that's as close to a crit as you can get. Yeah,
That's
that's
as close to a
fantastic.
crit.
Technically, they exist. Yeah.
And as you like,
This isn't a game where dice explode, right?
it is a game where dice explode. You get to roll again.
Which dice do I roll?
Both.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
because you
I think
critted on both of them.
If they're max on each, you roll them again. And you keep rolling till they're not max.
Okay. Well, then just a 6 and a 2. So not another, but add 8 to 12 originally. So
Holy
20?
moly, that is a
20.
20. That's a 20, my friends. As you got yeeted onto the hood of this red Jeep, you land on top of it. You're a little like, and you rear back to catch this guy in the face. And as you do, we just see this slow motion of you standing up with this wrench in your hand. You bring it down right on that broken part of his face, and you see slow motion. The camera pans up, and he goes, and just you see the wrench coming out into frame here. Your face snarling as you clock him right across the face, and he hits the side of the Jeep and collapses downward. That counts for 2 conditions in my book. As you have knocked out the leader of this whole extravaganza, and he is coughing on the ground. Nope, hold on. I'm scooting him the wrong directions. Nope, scooting him the wrong direction again. Boo doo boo boo, it's a rotational feature. There we go. Dunk.
as he falls down, I want Dante to be like looking over him wide-eyed, kind of freaking out at how impressive this was. And I just go, I had a prediction that someone was gonna die today. Do you want to be it? And yeah.
Take a heart for that. I'm gonna say take an extra heart for that.
Okay.
That's brilliant. You critted. You had a great line. As the camera pans up along your feet as you stand on the hood of this Jeep and deliver this line with this dripping bloody wrench. You're standing there like... Maxine looks up at you. What does Max do as you look up at Dante?
Holy shit. Is the first response, because I don't think I've ever seen Dante like shit rock somebody like that. So like, bravo to my friends. I'm so proud. Like, I know for the most part, like, violence not the answer, blah blah blah, but like these guys look kind of gnarly, and I'd rather those fangs not end up anywhere near my face. So, more important than a general moral code at this point. So their leader is on the ground. Their buddies who still got a couple of
this
chuckle
guy
bucks.
over here is panicking. The guy that you were essentially got a sneaker on his neck is still there. The two others have been taken out, and this guy, aside from the fact that he's feeling pretty lame because Dante had told him that he was being so lame, the one in the corner there next to the he like looks at the situation, and you just see him look at the wall, and he elbows the garage button door, and you as the garage door comes up, and you see the remaining he runs out. You see the leader like crawling his way, and he's like, he looks at you, and you just see his like dripping bloody face, and he goes, I guess we'll see what the show then. He wipes the blood from his face, and you see him sprint out. The one kind of wiggles out from under you a little bit, but you still have a foot like firmly planted on his neck. But the seemingly leader and this guy who hit the garage door are on their way out. The other two have been taken out.
I've got one guy under my foot, and I have questions that need answering.
Correct,
So
you do.
I'm gonna drop the chair. And we mentioned that there's like one of those like bear swinging light bulbs like at the top of the garage, and now I'm
there's
sure like the
one
garage
over
light
each
is all
car. Yeah.
and like the garage that light that comes on whenever you put the garage door up and down has gone on. So there's a couple of really like sharp intentional gestures that I make that involve like twisting my hands together, and the fist goes against the palm, and you see this light sort of zoom into my hands, and it starts my fists start to glow, and I take a stance directly over this jerk that's on the ground. I'm like, all right, Maggot Mall, you want to start fucking talking?
Yeah, whatever you want, whatever you need. It's all good. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me what the fuck you're doing here and who the fuck you're running with.
It's the band. I'm running with the band. I just came to help. Can you please get off my neck?
Is he still all like?
It's
His
starting.
face?
You're starting to see it like recede a little bit.
I'm sorry, you're with the band?
The band.
Can I-
Yeah, I'm just here to help with the band. I'm just a roadie. Can you please
Can I
get off my
elect-
neck?
Can I elect that the roadies for my emotional sausage are called the weenies? Is that a
We're
thing I can elect?
gonna rewind the tape, and I would love for you to keep this in the final copy of this. We're gonna rewind the tape, and he goes, "I'm just a weenie. I'm just a weenie. I'm just here to help. Please get off my neck."
So like yeah, I'm gonna take my shoe off his neck, but I'm gonna leave it like on his chest.
And as
Okay.
he's go ahead.
So you're working with emo sausage, sure. Any particular reason for the, like, banging and the screaming and the, like, what the fuck is up with your buddies, dude?
Man, I don't know. I just get paid what I'm paid, man. That's it.
Dante, have you talked to your girl recently?
Okay, first of all, Stacy's not my girl. Stacy is her own person. I would wish to be so lucky. Second of all, I don't know what's going on with this guy. I have not seen him at any of the shows. If he is one of the weenies, we have not talked. He's not bummed a cigarette from me. This is weird.
All right.
I don't know anything, man. I was told to come here. I said, can we use the front door? And they said no. And now we're here.
What's with
This really sucks. This really sucks, by the way.
Yeah, you know what? Like, your buddies tried to fucking, like, shit rock us, so, like, chill out for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he,
What?
like, stops kicking his feet.
What happened when you came into the garage?
I don't know, man. The big guy who just ran out. He just said we had a job to do, and I thought we would ring a doorbell and like talk about it that way, or maybe go around the back. I thought we were gonna play here tonight, man. I was just here bringing equipment in, and then all of a sudden I know we're fighting. I don't know.
Is the big guy one of the weenies too?
Mullet man.
I don't know if he's a weenie, man. I don't know. Let's go ahead and make what the equivalent of an insight check would be, which I think would be a mental roll plus your emotional state. For anybody who's listening in on this, let's see what happens when we make a contrived group roll.
Okay, question,
Answer.
director. We don't know what's going on, insofar as we don't know what their condition is with the but would it be creepy enough to be considered darkspawn?
I'm guessing from the eyebrows raising
Yes.
at a crazy rate.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
it would be considered darkspawn. You've seen enough to know that this is not natural, and whatever this is doesn't seem to be a lightborn.
Well, that's an 11 from me.
Woo! Spicy hot meatball coming in from Devin.
It's a 4 for me, so that makes up for my terrible roll.
Angie's just like sweating and trying not to sweat off her glitter, and just has been through it.
Look, it's been a lot. Okay. It's been a day.
There's a 5 from you, Logan.
Yep, Dante is like too much about like, why are people disparaging my emotional sausage? Don't they know?
Yeah, you're really closely linked to this, and the fact that you're like meeting a weenie you've never met before, and and the fact that they would have the audacity to attack you and your friends, it's very disconcerting. So you're just so jarred by this. Angelica's like right along next to you in terms of just like, she whipped a hammer at someone, and like it's been really traumatic for her. But Max and Devin, you both pick up on the fact, like you look down and you look back up at each other, and you make eye contact and get this cut of like each of your faces as we look back up at you, and you just see him kind of like fidgeting a little bit beneath you, and as you see him kind of like, I don't know, man, I'm just doing the job I'm paid for, you hear at the door, what's going on here? And before you appears that tall, lightborn fae creature that you met at the pool. And I think that is where we will leave it.
Ugh.
I feel like every time this character shows up, something happens.
Yeah.
Shit
I
gets
know.
weird.
Yep.
Shit
Shit
gets
gets
weird.
weird, and we get, you know what? Shit gets weird, and we get a cliffhanger. That's what happens. Two things
Exactly.
happen every
She's the-
time. She's the
dating
harbinger of cliffhangers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, okay. What an episode. I guess this is where we are calling it for today. Many thanks to our amazing cast. Many thanks to Kato. Let me go through and whew, gosh, sorry, that was like so much. It's been a day.
I leave you with a lot of cliffhangers, to be fair.
Yeah, no, that is totally fair. Well, no, this has been so much fun. It's always nice to work through new systems and to have new stuff to play with. So thanks to everybody for sticking around and catching it. Laura, Miss Maxine, if people enjoyed watching you get up close and personal with a super creepy, weird darkspawn dude, and they wanted to see more of that, where can they do that?
Well, first of all, good evening, hello, hi, greetings, salutations. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. And you can find me on the internet, usually at some iteration of Laura_Tutu. You might just have to throw an underscore at the beginning and the end of that because, of course, I can't just have a simple username. Fuck off. For the most part, if you want to see me get up close and personal with creepy things, you can actually hang out with the folks at Queen's Court, especially if you want to see me get up close and personal with some fucking lupines in the All Night Society as Calamity Madden, werewolf hunter extraordinaire. There might be some shit kicking and some shit rocking in my future. So keep your eyes and ears peeled. If I'm thinking about the timeline correctly, it's weird. We're in the future right now.
Yeah, no, it's coming up actually based on when this will come out and what has just dropped this past Tuesday. We are closing in on that very scenario that you are talking about. So just a couple weeks out from that, which is so exciting. And it's gonna be
So fucking good. Other than that, I hang out with the folks over at Obsidian Brews. They are a wonderful all-black tabletop collective. We just got to hang out with some lovely folks, including Material Girl B and Simply Honey, some folks who've never played tabletop games before, so that is always a grand old time. And if you want to see me get dressed up and do silly things, to various sound clips and music, you can find me on the TikToks, again as _Laura_Tutu_. That's where all of my cosplay and all of my makeup things go. So yeah, stick around, y'all.
Awesome. Definitely go give Laura a follow. It is a fantastic time. Twitter is where she's funniest, but TikTok is full of fantastic cosplay videos. Twitter gets them eventually too, so you're not. Now, Devin, your day's going a little differently now after this. You're still smiling though. Great to see. If people want to see more of Devin's hangout in the shadows, pretending to be a kayak and then smack people with oars unsuspectingly, where can they do that?
Well, you can find me everywhere on the internet at Mackin Cosplay. You can also catch me doing a lot of things over here. Like currently, there's Mysteries of Ravenswood that's airing every Monday. Go check that out. Kids on Brooms is a great time. And also this month, should Ash and Snow by Scald's Production should have launched by this point. I believe so. You can go check me out playing some Pathfinder. You can also catch me, I think, every Saturday this month over on Vancouver by Night for Bonfire of the Lost to meet my Alessandra. And then a bunch of other things. Goblins and Gays doing its thing. So many things. I have so many things that I don't even know if I could talk about or announce yet because there's so much going on. But yeah, follow my Twitter. You'll see all that stuff as it gets announced.
Awesome. Definitely go give Aubrey a wonderful follow. And if you haven't caught up on Ravenswood, there's 2 episodes left to go, which means that you've already missed 2. So go watch those. You can find them on our YouTube channel. And then tune in Monday for Dice Giveaway 3, because we still have wonderful dice going out. Now, our first guest of the evening with one of the coolest, most cinematic moments of this fight, Mr. Dante Katz. if people want to see more of you being a hood sliding, wrench wielding badass, where can they do that?
If most people want to find me, they can find me pretty much. I live mostly on Twitter because I'm old enough that the TikToks confuse me. Not really. I just don't have that energy anymore. But you can find me online at Logan the GM. I mostly talk about tabletop RPGs, giant robots, and magical girls. It's just kind of the things that I love to talk about and be all about. And so, if you like that, follow me. We'll chat. I'm very approachable for the most part. You can catch me in every other Friday, Tales from the Table, where I play Elroy, a universalist preacher in an Expanse game, and he talks like this all the time, and it's really not good for my voice for me to talk like this for the game's 3 hours, and oh boy. Anyway, it's what I do, and I love it. And otherwise, you can catch me. I'm also a member of Apochromatic Unlimited. We are an all POC collective where we act as a group to raise the voice of people of color within the tabletop RPG space. We are focusing on raising everyone's voice, both like performers like us right here, but also writers, artists, so on and so forth with our zine. Keep your ears to the ground. We are getting it there. We're gonna be there soon. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to show you all the cool things that we have going on. I'm going to just spoil this one bit because I love it. Our mascot is based on being a Digimon, so it's like as many like guns and like fucking belts as possible because that's Digimon aesthetics. So yeah, that's where you can catch me.
Awesome, wonderful, fantastic. I mean, it sounds like a wonderful time. I stand the classic Digimon vibe of lots of belts and things. Old school Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, all of that. I understand this aesthetic very, very well. This game would not have been possible without our amazing director. They are the community manager for Tabula Sono, the amazing VTT that we have been playing on today and having so much fun with. Kato, if people want to see more of you and things that you do, or want to learn more about Tabula Sono generally, where can they do either of those things?
Holy moly, there's so much to talk about, and I'm going to try and keep it brief. So if you are interested in participating in anything to do with Tabula Sono, you can find us all over the internet at Tabula Sono, TABULASONO, on Instagram, on Twitter, on the TikToks, all of that. You also can create your own Tabula Sono account for free. That is the beauty of this VTT, is the fact that we want to make it financially accessible to people. We keep it kind of lo-fi so that we can really build this theater of the mind and this imagination scape with just a slight bit of visual aesthetic accepted or integration in that. Let me take that again. We tried to build this VTT as a means of providing support to your theater of the mind while also creating these really cool landscapes wherein we can play these neon drenched, beautiful creatures with magical powers in various degrees. So yeah, do check out Tabula Sono. I myself am all over the internet as both an actor and a burlesque dancer. As an actor, I am at Kato, ACCAITOAASE on Instagram. I am on Instagram under my burlesque persona at the Helena Handbasket. You can find out where I am regarding shows and things like that. My awesome neon-drenched horror film, so if you're vibing with this 80s vibe, Revealer, is streaming on Shudder and Amazon Prime, so you can go check that out. A near and dear film to my heart. I get to play a stripper fighting alongside a religious protester during the demon apocalypse in 1987, which is exactly where our game is set. Very fun for me. Additionally, my next horror film, Black Mold, has officially been premiered into the world, and we'll be at myriad horror film festivals and then on a streaming platform near you very soon. So check out Black Mold as well. I think that's all I have to say about myself. How concise.
How concise. And also, I mean, I heard through the grapevine that we might have you doing another thing or two over here at Queen's Court Games, like at some point, like soon, TM.
Maybe I will be contacting my co-star Shayna Schroten, who is also in Revealer as the religious protester, but is also not a religious protester in and of herself. And maybe we will all be playing a game together. That would be maybe on Queen's Court Games.
Well, maybe people should definitely keep their eye out for that, because maybe it's gonna be amazing. And everybody that's watching, I'm sure you all know me. My name is V. You can find me on Twitter at V is for Vampire, because my name is V and I like vampires. Also, you can find me over here doing pretty much everything that you can think of at Queen's Court Games, except for running the social media, which is Laura's job because I'm terrible at it, and doing a lot of the music because Aubrey's better at it, and doing the paperwork because that's okay. I don't do everything, but I do quite a lot of things. So you can find pretty much everything that we do over here all the time. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at Queen's Court Games. The only one that's different, of course, is Twitter, which is at Queen's Court RPG, because we are limited by name length. Don't forget, we also have an amazing Patreon with some amazing behind-the-scenes stuff. If you haven't checked it out, please make sure to do so. We had our entire character building behind-the-scenes bit recorded that we put out last week. It is full of fantastic, amazing moments. If you're loving this, if you're loving everything, go check it out. It's only $5, and it keeps the lights on over here. So we like light sometimes. Not most of the time, but sometimes we don't sit in caves, believe it or not. So
in this game, we love light.
In this game, we love light. So, yeah, I guess we'll see you next week. Same time, same place, but like an hour and a half ago. And until then, bye for now.